shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. Room here to run. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll stay on the ground with Emmett. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Emmett. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. To the air goes Daniels. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. That is caught, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Running left, it's Smith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground with Smith. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here is 3rd and 5. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got his man, Gates. Touchdown! Antonio Gates, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On second down, here's Smith. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Daniels now to throw on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And quickly, they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jimmy Graham. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner, and I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football, but that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On second down, here's Smith again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Daniels. Smith catches left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw is Daniels. It's complete to Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's a throw caught. By Gronkowski. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Daniels looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. The 4th quarter touchdown there. Back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position. And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Second down and 8. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Rodgers to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lewis between the tackles. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jamal Lewis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Daniels now on 1st and 10. He finds Smith out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the ring.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white shirt. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a fever. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to win. reaching my back, bruh. Like abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will fit an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
Yes, I have zero doubts that this will be some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau.
When I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been light jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why. Who the best but outside white? I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, it's that chicken out again.
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
break it down.
Some can see the way it is too late. He'd probably save it.
That's why these words
set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
While all the momentum is with the team on offense, how about the guys on defense having to make a quick adjustment now? Bad field position for them with the ball out near the 50. They've got to know that the offense could strike big right here.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. On the move past the 40. Breaks through the contact. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On first down, Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Antonio Gates, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get the extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Rattler now on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rattler. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Gates. And down inside the 15 he goes. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Here's Rodgers throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Robinson will try to pick it up. Powers through. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Rattler. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. To the air is Rattler. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st and 10, Rattler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Rattler going to throw again on 2nd and 10. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 20. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet?
That's it, baby. We go
On the double. 22 meters.
Rattler now to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Famer John Lynch. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ready, black, 95.
We got 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rattler going to look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing is Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down and 4. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. A give left side to Robinson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 38. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Robinson with another carry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw here. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jason Taylor able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 14 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Browns. Jimmy Graham with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and a yard, it's Rattler. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 24. Check 24.
Bree's going to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. That impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here. Complete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught by Vele. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.
I won't doubt it, he won't mislead all his followers. Praying on the process, mind and spirit. Feel like I'm floating in my prime time. One life, live it right now. One life, live it in. Goodbyes, that's life. For times, for life, for life, from now my eyes. Thank God I'm free tonight. I got him locked. Trying his best, top of the pole. Me and my bros, when the story gets told, it's gonna be BMF. Down hard, it wasn't made easy. You can't live twice. Thank God I'm breathing. We gotta go. One life, live it in. That's life. For time, for life, for life, from now my eyes. Thank God I breathe tonight. Still no pressure, thank God I breathe. Cause I speak is what they need, I tell no lies. I'm still up top and still can't drop what they not. Yeah. Last day was filled with slaps, I guess gotta run it back. Didn't like the way that went down after it was, I admitted it turned to a beast. This that right here that get me going. After I put me a way that we killing the critics and killing the hate. Might gotta talk to a priest. The way we evolved and knock down walls, it's outrageous. A quarterback calls, I don't like 12 except Tom Brady. Can short my stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up this, ain't no cables. So live what happened in Vegas and stay in Vegas. Morning time, we check the news, we made the papers.
Quarterback, wait a minute. The Warriors. One bite at a time. One bite at a time.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Share they G, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt. So she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Up in a what you gonna do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it the pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got
to mouth. Let that in the past, my foot on the gas. The flow elevator, we face them and brag. You want the positive memo, cash. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend want me alone. Not my she's happy at home. And I blah, 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 blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
That's taken in left side by Vele. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Peterson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Peterson eluding the pressure right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get to the right side and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Peterson now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. This to Graham on the short pass. He's into space past the 25. And down to the 7-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
To throw is Peterson. From the gun, he'll throw. Touchdown! Jamal Lewis. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter. And look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry here, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Flushed out right. He's got his man, Gates. Touchdown, Browns. Antonio Gates from 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. From the gun, here's Rattler. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, here's Rattler. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Second down, here's Rattler. He'll get that complete to Vele. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, here's Rattler. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rattler to try again on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's Peterson throwing to start the drive. Flush to his right. And Graham on the grab.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Peterson escaping the pressure right. Gates with a grab. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the handoff, Lewis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jamal Lewis taking it in. Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he returns this to the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Here's Rattler now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the shotgun, Rattler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He'll let this go for Adams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer John Lynch. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Peterson eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Peterson. And that's complete to Gates. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now Lewis here on 1st down, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. More important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rattler. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Flushed out right. And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air is Rattler. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Shreds the tackle. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Browns set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? Been sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but I'm high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't. Forget that I do it.
Look at the strong field.